recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Waiting!
20, Mike 20. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Jam.
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Waiting! There we go, Mike 20, Mike 30.
Just like that. Just like that.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. These two teams, the Eagles and the Pats, did not meet in the regular season last year, so their last official bout was in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Everybody remembers that one with the Eagles staking claim to their first ever title. And the Philly special went down in football history with Nick Foles catching the pass from Trey Burton in the end zone. What a game that was.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Mike, here we go. 180. Check.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set. 18 Gator.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. You got a hand in there to break that one up. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
So don't say nothing. check nine, check nine.
80 weapon.
Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. 32, Rudolph. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the... So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Any day. Under 10, 10-6-6, bullet high.
Going for it, it's Rudolph. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Fresno. Check the backer.
On the ground is Michelle. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Rudolph now to throw. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Bring it up.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish. Okay. You're down 3 scores already. You've got nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Come on, set. 70 ending. Check back 21. Let's go, defense.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Change, rock in, snap.
Into the hands of Lee on the jet sweep. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, and it's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Ertz over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. Ertz has it left side. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Now Dobbs. Complete. Richardson has it. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Got it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Switch.
Recon, 132 fighter. You get it.
Back to the ground, this time to Freeman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Squeeze.
Alert 3.
Five.
Into the hands of Lee on the jet sweep. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Deep grip.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Now McCoy. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. LaShawn McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Simon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wentz going to throw. John Simon, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Edelman set to return. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Going right side here, and that's complete. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with Michelle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Into the hands of Lee on the jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is and that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Sanders. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Shift.
Let's go. Great.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Wentz. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another run with Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Phillip. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they will take a knee here. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Eagles, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire